Today I will be reviewing Okemo. Okemo is a ski area located in Ludlow, Vermont. It is one of 3 ski areas in the state of Vermont owned by Vail Resorts, along with Mount Snow and Stowe. All 3 resorts are included on Vail's Epic Pass products. I'll rate Okemo in 6 different categories: location, reliability, lodging, facilities, terrain, and lifts, with the resort receiving a rating in each category from 1 being the very worst in that category to 10 being the best in that category. Then finally, I will give the resort a overall score at the end of the video. This overall score is not an average of the other scores, but just the rating I would give the resort overall out of 10. The first category I will be rating Okemo on is its location. Okemo is located in south central Vermont along State Highways 100 and 103. It's about a 4.5 hour drive from New York and a 2.5 hour drive from Boston. Its nearby ski town, Ludlow, is alright. It features a few restaurants and shops, though it isn't the biggest ski town you'll find in Vermont. If you're looking to combine a trip to Okemo with other ski areas, the ski area is located in between Stratton and Killington, being just a short drive on Route 100 to both ski areas, and it's also not too far from Mount Snow, a fellow Epic Pass mountain. So for location, I would give Okemo a 7 out of 10. The next category I will be rating Okemo on is its reliability. Okemo tends to be a very reliable resort for southern Vermont. The ski area is typically open from mid to late November, typically just before Thanksgiving, until mid to late April, which is quite standard for the southern Vermont region. The resort features fantastic snowmaking on a majority of its trails, and even if it's been a poor snow year, Okemo should have plenty of terrain open. Typically, by the holidays, Okemo has multiple routes open in each resort area. So for reliability, I would give Okemo a 9 out of 10. Next up, we'll take a look at Okemo's lodging. Okemo has many condo options spread across the mountain, many of which are ski in, ski out. You can find condos at the South Face Base Area, Clock Tower Base Area, Solitude Base Area, and Jackson Gore Base Area. If you're looking to stay in a hotel, Okemo does have a couple of hotels as well. There are also some hotels located in the nearby town of Ludlow as well. So for lodging, I would give Okemo a 7 out of 10. Next up, I'll talk about Okemo's facilities. Okemo has multiple lodges spread across the mountain, both at the base areas, the summit, and mid-mountain. Okemo's lodges tend to be very clean, though some of them, such as the Clock Tower Base Lodge and the Summit Lodge, are a bit on the smaller side and can get quite crowded on peak days. Okemo offers a nice selection of food options at their lodges as well, including standard lodge fare such as chicken tenders and burgers, as well as some more unique items such as gyros, which you can find at the Summit Lodge, and ramen, which you can find at the Mid-Mountain Sugar House Lodge. So overall, for facilities, I would give Okemo a 7 out of 10. Next, I'll be ranking Okemo on its terrain. Okemo has a plethora of groomed terrain located across the mountain for beginners, intermediates, and advanced skiers. The main face, located in the center of the resort, you'll find a lot of advanced groomers right off the Sunburst 6 Express, and you'll find more intermediate and beginner groomers near the Evergreen Summit Express, and then near the Solitude Express you'll find more intermediate and advanced groomers. Heading north of the main face, you'll find yourself at the Jackson Gore area. At the bottom of the Jackson Gore area, you'll find a great learning area. And on the upper mountain, you'll find a couple of intermediate trails, as well as a large number of advanced groomers. If you're looking for some nice steep groomers at Okemo, Jackson Gore is the place you're going to want to hit. There are also a couple of glades and typically ungroomed trails at Jackson Gore. However, if you're looking for glades and ungroomed terrain, you're going to want to head south of the main peak to the South Face and Glades Peak areas. There, along with groomers for all ability levels, you'll find quite a few glades as well as a couple of ungroomed trails. If you're looking for terrain parks, you're going to want to stick to near the Pull Surface Lift, which you can get to by taking the A Quad out of the Clock Tower Base area. Though Okemo does have a large variety of terrain, The one thing it is lacking is truly expert terrain. There's nothing too crazy at Okemo, but if you look hard enough, you will find some difficult terrain. So for terrain, I will give Okemo an 8 out of 10. The final category I'll be ranking Okemo on before giving it a final score is its lifts. Okemo has many high-speed chairlifts spread across the mountain, including 2 separate bubble lifts that offer access to the summit of the main face, as well as a new high-speed 6-pack at Jackson Gore. Despite this, the lifts can get long lines, especially the Jackson Gore, Evergreen Summit, and Sunburst 6 chairlifts. However, these lines tend to move pretty quickly due to the lift's high capacities and good line management. The only major gaps in Okemo's lift fleets are that there is no high-speed access to Glades Peak, as well as out of the Clock Tower base area. This can cause congestion getting out of the base area first thing in the morning. However, the lines for those lifts tend to die down as the day progresses, and due to Okemo's great offering of mid-mountain facilities, you don't have to return to the base area unless you want to. So for lifts, I would give Okemo a 9 out of 10. Now I will be giving Okemo an overall score. This overall score is not an average of the other scores, but rather just how I would rate the resort overall. And for Okemo, I would give it a 7 out of 10 overall. I would definitely recommend Okemo for families and groups traveling with skiers and riders of varying ability levels, as everyone in the group will have plenty of trails to choose from off of every lift. But Okemo is not going to be the best resorts for experts, as the resort doesn't offer any truly expert challenging terrain, and those looking to avoid crowds, especially on peak times and holidays. Thank you for watching the video. If you're planning a trip to Okemo, consider checking out my videos of the trails and the lifts at Okemo, as well as from resorts across North America. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more skiing content here at Beyond the Lodge.